Okay, so what have we got in the distance there? Looks like you've got a wind turbine.
Yeah, that's a turbine. That provides all of the power we need, and on a good day we can sell back electricity to the grid. And it works in conjunction with the PV solar system here, which, as you can see, is at a different angle to what it was when we saw it yesterday. So it's following, tracking the sun. There's another turf roof here on the compost toilets. Loos. So as you can see, we've got 2 toilets here. This chamber's resting at the moment, so that's locked down, you can't get in there. And this is the one that's in use. So this will... It's got a separate chamber for urine, so your urine goes down this front chamber here and out into a reed bed system outside, and the reeds actually extract any toxic chemicals or whatever from the urine, and all the poo goes into the chamber, and we put a good healthy dose of sawdust and ideally some ash and things in there as well, and then leave it like this one's being left, and after maybe a good few months or a year it will be ready to use as compost for things like fruit trees and stuff. As with all these things, we're just finding our way, and we've found already problems with this system. We've outgrown it for a start, so that when this one fills up, this one won't be ready because there's so many of us, which means now we're having to take the matter from here and store it in big airtight barrels, well, not airtight but watertight and rat-proof barrels, and allow it to mature outside, and it's just more faff in the process, whereas in the permaculture principle the whole process should be as simple and as easy as possible. So the plan is to create a bigger toilet system with actual flush toilets, but it's going to be not a reed bed system but a willow bed system. So it's you dig a big trench and you plant willow over either side, and the roots of the willow grow a certain bacteria which is far more effective than reeds at neutralising the toxicity of the urine and all the water and everything. And then we'll be using again the feces as compost, but it'll be a bigger system, more suited to the amount of people that are here. Okay, so this is the back of the compost loom. There's the chambers here. So when you come to clear it out, you've got to obviously clear all this out and pull off the chamber door, and then there's a layer, a rat protection layer, and then you get into the actual chamber and you have to scoop it all out. And the idea of having it in the greenhouse is that actually these generate heat. As the feces is, I think it's anaerobic digestion, I don't know what it's called. But anyway, as it turns into compost, it creates heat so that the greenhouse can stay warm in the evenings. So you've got more of a constant heat, simulating the environment you're trying to create to let the plants germinate. So here's the polytunnel. Ideal for kind of times other than summer, when you want to grow things like lettuce and salad and greens and things like that. So yeah, we had a good crop of tomatoes this year before they got blight. And these, you can put these up anywhere. We're also going to be making a bender polytunnel, so it's like the house I live in, where you coppice the hazel or the ash, and you create the structure with that, and then you cover it over with this plastic membrane, and it's a kind of more of a temporary one. And we can get people in to do workshops and teach them, get them to help us to create it, and then so it's just a very cost efficient way of making polytunnels. Doing that next time. doing woodwork space, and we build our yurts and people. So we made this out of a ash tree. I'll put it in here. There's your drawer there to get up to smooth it down to the right thickness.
Yep.
I think. Here's the steam box. When you're making yurts, you need to create the wheel which goes in the centre of the roof, which all the spokes attach to. You need to bend the plank that I'm making will need to be bent around a circle. So you put it in this pipe here, light the fire in here, and it heats up water and sends steam into the tube along with the plank or the spokes or whatever you happen to be putting in there. Then you leave it for a good few hours, and you can see here these posts, so you can then, depending on what shape you want, weave it in and out of the posts. With yurts, sometimes the roofs are curved at the side, so you have to bend every single roof spoke. So you put them all in the same way, something like this. And when you're doing a wheel, bend it round something like this. And you have to use clamp it on as you bend it round. You sometimes need like 6 or 8 people all pushing down to clamp it on and get it round. Then leave it for a few weeks, and when you take it off, it should be pretty much the right shape.
And does it have to steam first before you put it round the wheel?
Yeah.
So it has to be quite hot and what have you?
Yeah. So here's a trellis. This is what the wall of the yurt's made out of, so it's very compact. Look out. You stretch it out until these become squares and not diamonds, and it goes round in a circle, and then you have the wheel, which is this circular bit here. Somebody holds that up in the middle, and you put the spokes, which are all these here, into the wheel, and then you can actually support, a lot of weight on it, and then canvas around the side and a burner inside, and that's your home. You can use felt to insulate it so that it stays warm throughout the winter. If you keep it off the ground, that's very good for the warmth as well. It's a big central fire there. You can see the big wheel at the top there. I actually had to stand on top of the scaffold with another guy holding the wheel while everyone one by one put the spokes in, and we lined it all up. So you can see the trellis round. Now this isn't actually its full size because you see that it's all diamond shape.
Right.
It could actually probably come out another few foot in every direction, but the platform that we built for it wasn't big enough for the full size of the yurt. It's a very big space, so it takes a while to heat up, and insulation's not ideal. We've just got blankets and things around it at the moment, so you kind of have to insulate yourself a bit. But if you have the fire going for about 2 or 3 hours, the whole space is warm for the night.